Hello, welcome to A Day Full of Budgets. I'm Natalie and we are a family of five trying to budget our way to just a much healthier financial future. Today is budget day. I'm going to talk through our August budget. Last time I wrote all these numbers on this sheet, but I can't be bothered this time, sorry. So I've already printed it. And then I'm just going to give you a brief talk through of our numbers. So I've just written the dates at the top. These are my week numbers, so don't worry about those, although actually I think I've not changed them, but anyway, we'll ignore that bit. So income, the first line we get a £300 payment in at the beginning of the month, and the second line is my pay, so I'm employed and self-employed, so this is my part-time employment, and then these are my self-employed bits of money. I have taken on a new client, which is a lot of extra work, but I've put a very minimal amount in the budget at the moment because I don't really know what that's going to sit at. So instead of over forecasting, I've under forecast, and then any extra that I get, and I do other extra jobs through the month. So as they come in, I'll cash stuff those as kind of bonus payments using my jar of chances and savings challenges as well. So that's my income. And then my husband's income has come in. Oh, I've not given you totals, have I? So it's £300, and then we've got 3 payments for me, 440, 270 and 1,175. I don't know what that adds up to, sorry. And then my husband's pay is 6,054.33. So this is work that he done in June, or should I say overtime he done in June. So it's his base salary for July and then all of his overtime back in June. So we're always kind of a couple of months behind, which is good because I can forecast. So I can already forecast next month's budget and a bit into the month after that. So he worked a ridiculous amount of overtime in June. So he works equal time on and off with on a 12-hour shift. So I think he actually only had about 5 or 6 days off in the whole of June, and then he had got called into work, he had overnight stays and lots of other things. So that's why his salary is a lot higher than it would normally be, but we're going to embrace it and we're going to put that money to really good use. So yeah. And then we've got child benefit that comes in. That does get repaid through my husband's tax, but we do keep it coming in. So the total overall of income that we're expecting this month is 8,462.53. And these are just the weeks that we're expecting it in, just to help with cash flow. So if we look at expenditure, this is just what I do. This is just a sheet that I've created. So I list in order of the date they come out the bank, all of our bills, how much they are, and then I list them by their weeks. So I can see sort of from a cash flow perspective, if we're going to have any kind of transitional difficulties from one week to the next. So water is £80.77, TV licence is £13.25, and then we've got some critical illness cover at £23.63 and £36.35. Our vet plan for our dog is £16.50. Netflix is £6.99, although I'm pretty sure that's going up. Or was it Spotify that's going up? Ooh, can't remember. Need to double check those. So our SIM only, so this is a SIM only for 4 SIM cards. It's usually $35.50. Somebody's obviously done something that they shouldn't have done. So we've got our bills $37.65. So gas and electric is $200. Our mortgage is $1,165.39 for the moment, at least. My husband's union is $16.68. And then we've got some savings for the children at 40 and then another one at 25. Our council tax is 259. My life insurance is £9.95. My daughter's gymnastics is £37. I've got a business amount of £14.40. This O2 is for my daughter's SIM card, but it is connected to our Virgin. So it's all part of the same package, but we got a SIM card. So that's £29.32, but that has gone up. Spotify is £9.99, but again, I know one of these has gone up, can't remember which one. And then we've got, say, a Virgin is our TV and broadband package at 64, another savings account at 33. This is my email domain for my business at 119. Electric car is 522.24. That's very new. And then we've got the connection for the car, which is £9.99. And then I have a fixed £300 a month savings, which is to earn interest. So instead of overpaying the mortgage, we're using it to build up some interest as well as a rainy day fund, and be used to paying that extra lump sum in our monthly budget. So when the interest rates go up on our mortgage, it's not going to feel like so much of a hit because that money is already coming out. I don't see it. It just goes out like a normal bill. And then our Apple and my husband's life insurance won't actually come out in this month's budget because it falls on the 30th and this only goes up to the 27th. So I'm doing a 5-week month in September. I couldn't bear doing a 5-week month in the summer holidays. So I've pushed that 5-week month to next month. So that's why they're not showing on here. So our total expenses, including those two bills, is £2,977.33 for the month. And then essentially what I do is I look at how much we're getting in, what our bills are, look at the difference, and then I split it across our sinking funds. So the sinking funds I play around with a lot more, and I've already started my sinking funds for September, but I will play around with them for the whole month until we actually get to the beginning of September, based on if anything's cropped up that we need. If my husband's worked any extra at work and I know he's going to get any income, which he won't because he's off sick at the moment, he's just had surgery, so his is going to be fixed. So if I've got any work scheduled in, and that's how I kind of do it. So these figures have already been here for quite a while, and I will just tweak them. So with that, this is what our monthly sinking funds look like. I don't even know if I'm in shot. Hold on. Is that in shot? Is that straight? Oh, not sure, I can't really see. Okay, so these are our monthly sinking funds split into weeks. So 4 weeks in August, and this is what they're going to look like. As I've said, we are getting a lot more income than we would normally have. So we did this month and the last month as well, because my husband's had an incredibly busy time at work. We've barely seen him. And that's why we've got a lot more money to play with. But whilst we do have it, I want to put it to good use. I want to overinflate pots. So in our 5-week month, next month, I don't have to worry as much because I know that those pots have already covered quite a lot. So what I might do actually is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to highlight everything that's more than it would normally get. So we can see actually how it has truly, the extra money has kind of truly affected what we would normally have. So food is normally at 130. Now it is the school holidays and I've got 2 teenage boys who eat a lot. So I'm not even sure £140 a week is even going to cover it. So So that's £560 for the month. Fuel and charging, because we are going away this month and we want to visit family, when we go in the electric car, obviously we'll have to charge away from home. So we've put £50 a week to really build a buffer in that pot. So that'd be an extra 200 a month. Family fun, again, it's the school holidays. So we've gone from our usual 25 a week to 50 a week, so it's £200. My self-care has stayed the same. Our time for us has stayed the same at £10 a week. Uniform and trips, again, because the children are going back to school in September, they all need lots of new things. So that's £50 a week, so that's £200. I'm hoping that we won't spend all of this. We have got some money already set aside, but all we need now is shoes, bags and stationery, and that's it really. All the uniform and things have been done. So I'm hoping that will build up. So if in September and October something has to give, that will be an area that can give. So glasses are at it's just going to stay at £5 a week. Clothes, again, is getting a big boost. I need some bits, my oldest needs some bits. So that's getting a boost at £60 a week, so it's £240 for the month. Again, we'll do it while we can. And then there will probably come a time where I won't be able to put into this pot each week. So pets are at £15 a week. The golf is at £20 a week. Ignore these random pounds. It's just to round the bank balance up. I get a bit fickle about that. So that's getting its usual. Bus passes is getting its usual. Except it's getting an extra £3 just to round the pot up to a nice even number. Tech is getting a boost this month, so it would normally get 30 and I'm going to put £50 a week in. Again, that will be one of the pots that will have to go if we didn't have as much income. So we'll top it up while we can. Emergency fund is just going to trickle along. So emergency fund, I use interest earned, cashbacks, round up our pots for each week, and that all adds to the emergency fund. So annual homes is getting a bit of a boost for the first 2 weeks of the month, just because we've had an emergency call out for our boiler. So it's just to recoup some of that money back. So insurance will get 15 and annual home will get 40 for the first 2 weeks and then 25 for the other 2 weeks. Birthdays and Christmas is just going to stay the same at 60 a week, as is the dance dress. Clubs and new car are each going to get £100 a week. This is an area that goes if we don't have the income. So I think this is the last month actually that new car, so it is actually new car / uni. I've kind of planned to put any money in here, so this will be left for a couple of months until my husband's back to work and back doing overtime again. So health and beauty, the first week is getting 70 because we've got lots of prescriptions for my husband to pay for, so that will just help boost that. And then it's getting its usual £10 a week. School food is actually going down just to £20 a week instead of 25, just because we're in the school holidays. But I've got 3 now at high school from September, so anybody who's got high school kids knows that food's not cheap in school, but they all need to eat. So that will need to continue. Pocket money is staying at £30 a week. My work is at £85 a week. Rainy day pot will get an additional £48, and then I feed in the other £202 to make up the £250 that it needs for the bank account that I've, like the regular saver that I've got, and that comes from some premium bonds that I've taken out because they're just not working for me. Home is getting 45 while it can, because that's another one that won't see much over the next few months. The electric car is getting £25 a week. My husband's self-care is getting 15. Holiday is getting the full 125 per week. So it's £500 for the month. This from next month will go down. It won't be getting 125 each week. My investments is just a trading 2 and 2 account. Just trickles along at £10 a week. I'm not putting too much in investments at the moment until we've got our emergency fund and our rainy day fund, and we really know what's happening with the mortgage. Once we know what all of those things are, then I might look at putting some more in to investments, but at the moment it's just not priority for us. We've both got, my husband's got a full work pension, I've got a part-time work pension, so we'll leave that there. So debt, the first 2 weeks it's going to get 110 each week. Now the second 2 weeks, oh, are you in shot? Just the second 2 weeks I've put it up to 140, just because there was a little bit of money left to play with, and I've put it in the second 2 weeks because it very much depends what happens in the first 2 weeks. You know, if we're spending more in family fun, if clothes and uniform have needed more, I've got a little bit of a buffer, but I'm hoping I won't need it and I'll be able to put extra into paying off debt. That's the plan. So, but that's why I've done it in those 2 weeks, because it's a fluid one. And then I've got £30 a week into my dice challenge, which the categories might actually change as we go through August, because our priorities will start to change. From September, this figure will have to go down to maybe £10 or £15 a week, depending what the rest of the numbers look like. So we do have, you know, we have a really good sizable chunk to pay off debt, save, invest, put into sinking funds, put into long-term plans. You know, long-term, we're looking at a new car, a university for our son. So all of these pots of money are really helpful for our future. That's essentially what we're doing this for. We're doing this to make a healthier financial future for us. And this way of budgeting really does help with that. So if you've got any questions about our budget, let us know. I want to be fully transparent on this channel with, you know, what we have coming in, what we have going out, and why we do what we do. And I hope that all of you will respect that, and be kind, and, you know, help us be accountable for making sure that what we have come in goes to, you know, good, sensible things, whilst still having fun and enjoying our life. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to keep this as short as possible. My next video will be a checkout for week 4 of July. We've got another day, and I think we might be having a takeaway tonight, which will be our first takeaway in more months than I can remember. So I'm so excited about that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please give the video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you want to. Thank you. Bye.